What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to All Things Film. Today I'm going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 8, the mid-season finale titled How It's Gotta Be. This was a huge episode, and I'm really excited to do this review, but before I get started, just a general spoiler warning in case you aren't caught up, because I will be talking about some huge stuff that happened. So here is your spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So the big thing in this episode was that Carl Grimes has been bit. And I don't care what you tell me, I am in denial until I see my boy's eyes closed dead. Because I don't believe this shit is happening. I know, I'm stretching it. He probably is dead. But, even though there are so many rumors out there and spoilers, and I even made a video on it, but just seeing it actually play out on your TV is just so crazy. I just don't expect it. But I'm going to make a whole video on Carl, like an in-depth video. I'm going to try to focus on the episode as a whole in this video, rather than just Carl, even though it's going to be hard because this whole episode was basically Carl. But let me just tell you in this episode, obviously Negan and the Saviors, they bounced back. They've gotten their ass whooped for a couple episodes. Basically the first half of the season, and now they finally bounced back and they attacked. And let me just tell you, this episode was kind of scary. I don't mean like a horror movie type of scary. I mean like the atmosphere. It was dark. The music. It was a very scary episode. And Simon was making me shit my pants. Simon is a scary motherfucker. Let me just tell you that. When he was yelling and shot that guy in the back of Maggie's car, and he was yelling at Maggie, and he was losing his shit, and he was telling Gary to shoot Jerry. Oh, that rhymed. All that shit was scary, and Simon needs to chillax. Simon is a very scary person. He's scarier than Negan, way more intimidating than Negan. He's like a true villain right there. That guy's an evil person. He has to go because he scared me. I'm having nightmares of Simon. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that whole interaction with Maggie and Simon, that is probably my favorite part about the episode. It was really nice to see, and I just love how when all the bad guys were face to face with all the good guys. I liked when Gavin went to the kingdom, and Gavin is one of those people who I think are kind of working for Negan because he's forced to. He seems like a good-hearted person on the inside. He even said, let's not make this any more worse than it needs to be because there are children here. So he seems like he has a good heart, But I really liked how Ezekiel finally came back around and risked his life to save his people. And that's what a king is. He's definitely a king. He shouldn't be... I don't think he should be sad anymore and telling people not to call him a king. He deserves to be called a king. He's a legend for saving his people. I don't think he's going to die, even though they made it seem like he's going to go back to the sanctuary. He might, but I just don't think he's going to die. I feel like he's going to survive all-out war and probably get his comic book death. Because his comic book death is pretty iconic, I guess you could say, even though it was kind of foreshadowed. I just don't think he's going to die in all-out war. And then obviously the big thing was Negan and Rick interaction. And let me just tell you, that fight scene was amazing. And even though people were complaining it's short, people are never happy with The Walking Dead. I don't care if it was short. We've been waiting 2 years for this. Yes, it would have been nice to see more. But we got what we got, and let's just be happy with it. We've been waiting 2 years for it. When Rick said, do you ever shut the hell up? That was awesome. I really loved that line. It made me laugh. And then when he punched Negan, and it was just an awesome scene. And, obviously there's a scene at the end of All Out War, but seeing them battle right now is really awesome, and I really like that. And when Negan threw Rick out the window, I'm sure that was a callback to Pete. And that just might be me looking into it too much because this is a callback season. But I honestly do think that was a callback to Pete because, I remember when Pete and Rick fought, they threw each other out the window too. So this is the callback season, like I said. So it definitely is. And, so obviously the big thing was that Rick, or Negan and the Saviors, they basically destroyed Alexandria. They blew up all the houses and the church, and it was mayhem. And obviously that was adapted from the comics at the midway point of All Out War. This happened, so mid-season finale totally makes sense. Yes, people say I kind of agree when people are saying that it was underwhelming, and it did feel underwhelming. Because in the All Out War, the thing is that it's kind of difficult to do some stuff that are on paper on TV. In the comic book, Heath got his leg blown up. But that's not going to happen on TV. I mean, I was hoping it was going to happen, but I understand why it didn't. Obviously, first, Heath isn't around. But they easily could have given it to someone else like Scott or Tobin or some other Alexandrian. But it's kind of hard to do it on TV, you know, like it's CGI another leg or like a fake leg. It's probably gonna be a lot of money and stuff, and I understand it's kind of difficult to do some stuff on TV. Like honestly, the explosions, I was satisfied with it because just seeing that happen, like they actually destroyed Alexandria and it was really nice. And I heard they shot the whole episode in one night, like not the whole episode, like the explosion scenes in one night. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, the explosions were really nice. And this episode like really foreshadowed Carl's death, honestly, and it's focused so much on Carl, and I was kind of like expecting him to die, but again, I wasn't ready for the bite, and I'm still in denial, guys. I don't know. We have to wait till February 25th, which sucks, but it is what it is. Something else I want to talk about was Dwight. Dwight turned, like officially, he started killing saviors, and that was amazing to see. I didn't expect that to happen. And then he's with the group, like he was in the sewer, so that was really nice. And it was funny because Daryl was face to face with him, and then the only thing Daryl did was just take his vest back, which is really funny because now Daryl has his motorcycle, his crossbow, and his vest. So hopefully we get some good old Daryl Dixon back. I want some season 5 and 6 Daryl, not that boo boo season 8 Daryl. I don't know. Daryl's going down a wrong path right now. I'm just not a fan of Daryl right now. But something else, the big thing that happened was we finally saw some Oceanside women, and I made a video about Oceanside, and I said if Tara wants to be the leader of Oceanside, Nathania has to die, or probably will die, and she did die, and I didn't expect it to happen. They really killed her that quickly. And I understand Enid was trying to protect Aaron, but she just shot Nathania, and I mean, at least make it like a background Oceanside woman. They just killed the leader that quickly, and I was like, are you fucking serious right now? That quickly? Like, come on. But you know, Walking Dead's taking some risks here, and I kind of like it, man. You know, the Carl thing, now Nathania, like they're doing stuff that people don't expect, and it's hopefully it pays off, and I kind of like it. I don't mind it. But obviously, and then we got some Eugene a little bit. Eugene's helping Dr. Carson and Gabriel escape because he knows that the guards are kind of distracted and stuff. So I don't know. I still believe in Eugene. I still want him to come back to the good side. He's done really bad stuff for the group, and now the group thinks that the Saviors escaped because of Eugene, which they did. So I'm just hoping that Rick's group doesn't hate on Eugene and says, no, we're not allowing you back into the community. Hopefully they do take him back, because Eugene is helping them, and he's gonna help Gabriel and Dr. Carson escape. So overall, again, I did think it was an awesome episode. It sucks we have to wait till the 25th of February. It's usually like early to mid-February, but it is what it is. It was a pretty good first half, very action-packed. The first 4 episodes, and then obviously the 8th episode, very action-packed. It sucks what happened to Carl. I'm still in denial for it until I see it with my own eyes that he died. He didn't exactly quite die in episode 8, so I think he's still going to be in episode 9, but it just really sucks what happened to Carl. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to make a more in-depth video on Carl, so if you have any thoughts and opinions on the episode, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd love to read your comments and talk and respond. And thanks again for watching. It's been All Things Film. I have a ton of Walking Dead videos coming up, and also during the break I'm gonna make a bunch of Walking Dead videos and also a bunch of movie reviews. So hopefully you guys stay tuned if you're watching this. And thanks again for watching. It's been All Things Film, and until next time, peace.